for 2 hours on yesterday's program, Wednesday, April the 3rd, 2019, right here on Raging Elephants Radio. I slammed State Representative Jarvis Johnson for his comments in a committee hearing, insulting all of Texas, saying the battle of the Alamo was for Texans to have slaves. What a jackass. But this jackass, and that's what he is, 100% certifiable jackass. That would be Jarvis Johnson, who actually took the seat of Mayor Sylvester the Cat Turner. Because remember, Sylvester the Cat was a state rep, and he decided he wanted to run Houston into the ditch, into the toilet. And you guys know why I call them jackasses too, right? I have no problem calling them jackasses. Democrats I'm talking about.
When Andrew Jackson ran for president in 1828, his opponents called him a jackass. Jackson liked the image so much, it became the mascot of the new Democratic Party.
See, that's History Channel, okay? If it's History Channel, it's got to be true, right? And if somebody is offended by me calling the Democrats jackasses, then I would suggest that one of the jackasses present a resolution at their national convention to change the name of the mascot. Or maybe they have, and I need to be corrected by one of the jackasses out there that they're no longer jackasses. But just like we refer to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Fighting Farmers, the TCU Horned Frogs, the SMU Mustangs, the Ponies, the Texas Longhorns, the Houston Cougars, the Rice Owls, we call them the Owls, the Cougs, the Horns, the Frogs, the Ponies. That's their mascot. We say Roll Tide. Well, I don't, but I mean, Jesus, please. But hey, you get what I'm saying. And the mascot of the Democratic Party is the jackasses. So this jackass, Jarvis Johnson, and I can say black jackass because he is a black man, and I'm a black man. So now some of you white folks out there, y'all may not want to try that. I'm just saying, being socially and culturally sensitive. I'm just saying, you may not want to call a black Democrat a black jackass. However, I do have that ability to do that, and I will do that. Okay, so here's the video yesterday talking about HB 1836 to protect the cenotaph at the Alamo. Daniel Miller had a prominent role in the testimony. Kyle Biederman, state representative with a fantastic RER Liberty scorecard average. He's a Liberty-driven guy. He's the one that's author, sponsor, and carrying the bill. He laid it out in committee yesterday, Series Committee, Cultural, Recreation, and Tourism. So I cut the part where Jarvis Johnson goes completely nutballs. So here it is right here. You can feast your eyes and ears on it for yourself.
Mr. Johnson, you have a question or not? Representative Biederman.
Yes.
How would you like an unlikely supporter to your bill?
Wow. Praise God.
No. Be careful. Be careful. Are you in favor of adding names to the cenotaph?
Yes, sir.
Would you be in favor of adding all of the names of the slaves that fought at the battle of the Alamo?
Sir.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know their names?
Let's find them out.
Do you know their names?
I can ask some people in the audience if you'd like, if they know the names.
Because there were a lot of slave owners that fought at the Battle of Alamo. But I don't hear nobody over here talking about it. I only hear you talking about those brave men, and I heard them call them by name. But I didn't hear any of the slaves called by name. And I looked through the cenotaph, and there was none there. There's one. Two. So why don't we start looking at the history, and as we want to collect this history, let's collect this history, but let's make sure we tell the entire story. Because if we tell the entire story, then we can be on the same page. But let's not leave certain parts of our history out because we want to make sure that our children's children understand what the battle was all about. And it was a battle to ensure the independence of Texas.
Amen.
The independence for Texans to own slaves. So let's make sure we keep that story going too.
Well, we'll definitely keep you informed on this, Jarvis and Representative Johnson. Thank you.
Mr. Peterman?
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Now, I want to jump in right here because this woman right here is out of San Antonio, State Representative Gurbin Hawkins. Now, she's out of San Antonio, and as you can see, she's a black Democrat, but I think she was totally embarrassed by what she just witnessed with Jarvis Johnson, and I don't think, as a representative out of San Antonio, and I'm guessing out of East San Antonio, where at one point, RagingElephants.org, our PAC, put up some awesome billboards and had billboards on the side of buses that ran through that neighborhood. I mean, we do stuff like that, and we did stuff like that. I think she was totally embarrassed. I think when you look at her body language, she was embarrassed by what Jarvis Johnson was saying, and I do want to play her comments because her comments were gracious to all these people that came from across the Lone Star State, the past and soon-to-be future independent Republic of Texas, to express their concern about people putting their hands on the Alamo. This needs to stop. It really does. Here's Gurbin Hawkins' comments, and then we'll get Daniel in here.
Gurbin Hawkins.
Thank you. I just want to thank everybody for coming. It is so wonderful to see our folks come out and to their capital and to give their views. So I want to thank both sides for being in attendance and sharing your concerns and your views. And I want you to know, as a member representing the Alamo City, I want to personally thank each and every one of you for being here. Thank you, as Mr. Biederman closes.
Thank you.
Oh, I tell you this right here. I mean, I think she was totally embarrassed. I think she was. But Daniel Miller was in the room. In fact, State Representative Cal Biederman, who was a guest yesterday on short notice, yesterday on yesterday's program, actually called in from the floor of the Pink Dome, the People's House of Representatives, to give his side of the story. I was shocked. I didn't want to bring him into the mud. But he came out and said that Jarvis Johnson's motivation for acting like the jackass he is right there was personal. It was a personal thing. That they had some words about the bill earlier in the day. Now, if anybody knows about Texas history, what went down at the Alamo, et cetera, is Texas Nationalist Movement's president, Daniel Miller. And he's up next via video, Skype video. So you want to be on the facebook.com/RagingElephants Radio live video stream. We're going to talk about this, and we're going to actually talk about who was present at the Battle of the Alamo, because it certainly wasn't for slavery.